All right, guys. Got an echo up in here. Welcome to another recharge class. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We have some strength blocks to get through today. I'm excited about this one. It builds on what we did last week. So if you were here last week, this will build on it. If you weren't here last week, that's okay. This is just going to work on some of our movement qualities, so movement patterns that we've been working on. So it's a good place to start, or it's a good place to continue, no matter what you're doing. So what's our tip of the day today? Childhood injuries, bike crashes, falling from the tree, twisted ankles, things we did because we were agile and we kept testing our bodies to see what it would take to break. A lot of us broke. I broke a lot. Others probably just as much. Okay, so those were our childhood injuries. What are our injuries now? Sleeping wrong, sitting too long, or even sneezing too hard. My favorite was when I first started at corporate fitness or corporate wellness. My manager told me, we are training people so they can turn at their desk, grab a thing of paper, and turn back without hurting themselves. It is so true. As we get older, things that seemed so easy when we were young become pains, right? And it just keeps growing on itself. So that's what we're here to do. That's why we're working on these movement qualities, is to help us just be better adults, I guess you could say. It's also good for kids because it's going to train you to be a better adult someday. Don't rush it, Lucas Cole. I don't want you to grow up quite yet, as him and my wife would both say. So what's our joke today? What rock group has four members that do not sing? A rock group with four members that do not sing. Hang around to the end and I will let you know. All right, but while we're waiting for the answer, let's go ahead and start. So today we're going to start down on the ground. We're going to do our glute bridge. We're just going to make it a little harder. So we're going to go glute bridge, double dead bug. So instead of opposite arm, opposite leg, we're doing both arms and legs at the same time. Then we're going to go knee hug and leg cradle, so a little mobility exercise. And then we're going to go with our shin box rotations to up. If you have not done these before, I'll show you what to do. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go a left leg down. So my heel is in the ground. I'm on my back. I'm relaxing my head down, using my elbows as support. I'm going to drive my hip nice and high. My right leg is creating that hook lying position. Okay, so 90-90 at the knee and at the hip. I'm going to try to maintain that position as I drive up nice and high, squeeze that glute at the top, let myself down nice and slow. We have 5, up, let yourself down nice and slow, up, down nice and slow. Here's 4. Keep that core tight, keep breathing. Beautiful. All right, switching sides. So now digging the right leg into the ground. The left leg comes in that hook position. Then we're just switching sides, up. Let's go about 3 to 5 seconds each rep. You can make it a little longer. What I'm looking for is that leg that's on the downside, you're keeping that glute tight, you're keeping that hamstring tight as you're driving that hip up and down. And then on the opposite hip, it should not tip. Last one, and down, nice and slow. Now you know that hook position. Now we're just going to go both legs in that hook position, arms up, dead bug. I guess you could call it a dead rat, your choice. Okay, now what I'm going to do, as my arms go out, my arms are not the problem. I can reach over my head just fine, okay, without my back being compromised. As our legs go out, right, and we make that lever longer and longer and longer, that's when your back's going to want to arch and it's going to balloon your chest up, okay? We don't want that. We want those ribs to stay tucked. We want everything down here nice and tight so it's not arching as we extend those legs. So if you can't go out super far without losing that core, keeping that core tight, okay, like that, then we're just going to drop, touch your heels, come right back. As your arms go out, legs go out. Let's go 5 of those, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, One more. And 5. Beautiful. All right. Extending that left leg out. First thing I'm going to do, grab my right knee, pull towards my chest. Okay, just opening things up a little bit. I'm going to support the outside of my knee with my right hand. And then I'm going to grab my ankle with my left, and I'm going to pull both up at the same time. That's going to change where that stretch is. You're going to feel it more in your hip and in your glute. Okay, get that nice tight pull. Back to that knee hug, just a straight knee hug. Leg cradle, switching, so that right hand supporting outside your knee. The reason we don't pull just at the ankle puts a lot of stress on our knee. So we're going to pull on our knee and our ankle at the same time. You might not get as much twist, but it's better to get less twist in your hip than too much twist in your knee. All right, switching sides. Knee hug first. This is what we call active recovery. It doesn't seem important, but this is what movement quality is all about. Getting those complementary movements. Switch to that leg cradle. Remember, support the outside of the knee, pull. Complementary movements that make us more active, make us a better mover. Okay. It's a little piece of the whole. Switch back to that leg knee hug. Leg cradle. So that's just like our whole system that we run through with Exos and the Intel Vitality program is mindset, movement, nutrition, and recovery. The very important part is that it takes all of those to be better and relax. Takes all of those. You can't pick one more than the other. So we need everything to work good. All right, back into our shin box position. Okay, now if this is your first time in shin box, what's that? Right leg, my foot is into my left thigh. Okay, and my left leg is back. All we're gonna do when we do this movement is we're gonna rotate. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to the other side. Without my hands, I'm gonna come up, glue those feet to the floor, switch which way my legs are. So now my left is into my right and my right is back. And then I'm gonna drive up nice and forward with my hips, lower myself down nice and slow, switch to the other side. Drive up. Let yourself down nice and slow. Now, Tuesdays is all about movement quality. So we go a little slower, a little more stretchy into things. Okay, working on controlling our body movements, learning how the joints work, all that good stuff. What's important is it ties into our Thursday class. The Thursday class might be more fun, use a little more weight, get a little more explosive, a little sweatier, all that good stuff. We'll go one more each side. But these are the movements that's like putting money into your retirement account. Okay? These are the ones that are going to help you out in the long term. The more explosive, more metabolic stuff helps you in the short term. Okay? Short-term savings account. And then these movements are that retirement, CD, whatever you like to use for your offshore accounts. Back nice and slow. Beautiful. All right, back to that single leg glute bridge. Just switching sides for you, give you a different view. Okay, still staying with that left leg to start. We got one more round through these 4 exercises, then we're gonna switch it up. So make sure you get that nice strong hook position, drive up, let yourself down, drive up. Now, if you wanted to make this a little harder, if you feel like your movement's really good, of course I can't see you, but if you wanna make this a little harder, best thing to do is if you have a little weight, you can set it on the hip that you're pushing off of. Okay, so left leg, you could put the left hip weight on there. Hold it right on your hip, drive up nice and high. Gonna add a little extra to it. Not required, but a good way to make it a little harder. Drive up and down, switching legs. Here we go, hook position. Same thing, right? If you want to use that weight, you can. Drive up. I mean, even putting like your water bottle, if you drink water during this class, there helps a lot. If you have a cat or a dog that wants to sit on your lap anyway, this would be a good time for them to get a little ride in. Nice and fun. One of these times, I'm sure Jace will pop down here. Anytime I'm doing glute bridges, push-ups, stuff like that, Lucas or Jace, one or the other, sometimes both, like to jump on and force dad to get a little extra workout in. It's good for me. One more. Beautiful. All right, into that double dead bug position. Okay, now if you want to make this one a little more challenging, you can raise your head up, but I don't want you tucking your chin down to your chest. Okay, I want you to push your face straight towards the sky, bring your shoulders up just a little bit, but don't allow that to make your back compromise. Okay, that just means you need to hold your core that much tighter as you go out, come back. Now your shoulders and your head, nothing should move, just your arms and your legs. Keep that core nice and tight. Make sure you're breathing. If you're shaking a little bit, that's normal, okay? Putting those muscles on stretch. This one right here will help when we go into those hollow body holds. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And beautiful. All right, leg cradle. Back to that right side. Let's go knee hug. We're just going to hold this one on each side. One knee hug, one leg cradle, then we'll switch. Just going to hold it for a second, get that good stretch in there. Switch that leg cradle. We got some fun stuff coming up here in round 2. All right, switching. We're going to go into our squat rotations. Deep squat with rotation. Then we're going to go load and lift. So going into our running positions, switch that leg cradle. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and go into a seated overhead press. So just stretching our shoulders out. We're going to go through that 2 times also. Going to push the pace a little more in the second block. It's going to be a little more metabolic. I'm not going to say it's a metabolic class, but we're going to go a little quicker. This is the important one, making sure everything's stretched out. Got about 10 minutes to get through 2 rounds of this, and then 1 round of our core and upper body, I guess you could call it. Okay, so up on our feet. We're going to go into drop squat with pogos first. 3 reps of it. So if you have not done this, a drop squat, starting up on our toes, dropping into that base position. Pogo is both feet, same time, bouncing off the ground. Okay, hopping. Okay, here we go. Up, drop in, pogos, and go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All the way up. Drop in and go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And up. Drop in. Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Nice. Deep squat. Widen out our base. Toes pointed forward. We're gonna deep squat down, all the way down, nice and deep. Right arm goes up to the air. Wiggle those fingers. Switch to the other side. Back to center. Stand up, that's 1. We got 3 of those. Deep squat down. Rotate. Rotate. And up. Beautiful. Deep squat. And up. All right, load and lift. Starting on my left leg. So what I'm going to do, soft bend in my left knee so it's not straight. Okay, soft bend. I'm gonna reach back, shift my weight to my front leg. My toe is just barely touching. And I'm gonna hold for just a second. Then I'm gonna come to a nice high position. Okay, knee up, nice angle. Okay, reach. And up. Reach. And up. Beautiful. Switching sides. Okay, different angles, different view. So now you got the front leg, soft bend. Reach, all my weight shifts over that front leg. Up. We're going slow this round so we can find our balance. Reach. Up. If you're an athlete in your family, this one's fun. Really works on your running mechanics. Reach. And up. Or if you're the athlete, it works on your running mechanics. Beautiful. All right. Now let's go into that seated overhead press. So I have a wall. Okay. If you don't have a wall, you can do it on the floor. Just think of the floor as your back is laying on the floor. Okay. I'm going to put my feet up. My arms go straight up over my head. I'm going to bring my arms down the wall so that I'm in that W position. My forearms, my hands and my elbows are touching the wall. Reach up. As you can see, my right arm's a little slower. Okay, I've had some injuries in that arm, so it's not quite as mobile. And my left arm is a little more mobile. It comes down a little further. Okay, goes up a little higher. Let's go 2 more. This one's really good. Here's one of those nugget stretches we like to talk about. This one, if you're at your desk, try to keep your back flat, shoulders on the wall, arms on the wall, up and down. This is going to be a good chest opener. Loosens up your shoulders. Doesn't feel good necessarily, but if you're doing it right, you'll get a little sweaty. And relax. Okay. And I'd show you from the side, but I have to move the camera. But really just focus on making sure that those arms are attached to the wall. Back up on your feet. Here we go. Drop squat pogos. Okay, I'm going to show you from the side this time. Remember, you're just barely bouncing on your toes. Okay, a little tiny bit of air. I should be able to slide a playing card under your foot is all the bounce I want. Okay, you do not have to be breaking world records. Okay, start up on those toes. Drop in. Good pogo. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Here we go. Drop in and go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more. Drop in and go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Ooh, I was moving back and forth a little. Legs got tired. Okay, deep squat rotations. 3. Deep squat. Rotate. Rotate. And up. Deep squat. Make sure when you rotate, you look where your hand is going. Get that little extra stretch in. Let's go one more. Beautiful. All right. Load and lift. This time we're going to go a little faster. Okay. Don't lose your balance though. Just go as fast as you can. Nice and controlled. Okay. Get that reach back. Find that balance. Come up quick. Good. Reach. Up. Good. One more. Reach. Up. Beautiful. Switching sides. Okay. Same thing. Nice and quick if you can. Here we go. Reach. Up. Good. Reach. Up. Good. One more. Reach. and up. Beautiful. Nice work. Okay, here we go. Seated overhead press. I'm going to do this one on the ground so you can see a different angle. Okay, so on the ground, same setup, laying back, arms go up over my head, nice flat back, sliding down as far as I can, leaving those hands attached, right? I'm not up here. I'm keeping as attached as I can. Don't go into pain, but you can go right on that threshold of where you're a little uncomfortable. Hold it for just a second and relax out of it. Make sure you're breathing. Here we go, in. Again, my right arm's a little tender, so I have to be careful with it, but I can still go through the motion up. Let's go one more. This one's gonna pay off, guys. You'll like this one in the morning. Okay, and you probably wanna do this one before Thursday's class. And beautiful. All right, shake it out, loosen it up. Okay, this last round, we're going body saw to press. So what that is, you're in a lateral or a pillar bridge position. You're gonna slide back, slide forward, do it up, come back down, slide back, slide forward, go up, come down, okay? And do that 5 times. Then we're gonna go into a lateral plank with a hip dip, okay? I don't know, there's probably a better term for it, but we will go through it. And then we're gonna go iso push-up for 3 reps, and then down dog push-up for 3 reps. And if we have time, we'll repeat, but right now it looks like 1 round, okay? So body saw position. If you haven't done a body saw before, all you're gonna do is slide your body back like a saw, okay? So body saw position, slide back, slide forward, press up, down, good, slide back, slide forward, press up, down, 2, good, back, forward, up, down, good, slide back, slide forward, up, down, 1 more, slide back, slide forward, up, and down. Beautiful. Lateral plank, so high arm. Make sure that shoulder's in good position. Your feet, you can have one in front, one in back, like so. You can have them stacked. I'm on a wood floor, so I'm gonna leave them here. And all you're gonna do, try to tap your hip, come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, switch sides. Lock in. If you are staggering your feet, top foot in front. 1, 2, 3, 3. Pause for 3 seconds at the top. Pause for 3 seconds halfway down. Pause for 3 seconds at the bottom. Press back up and start over, okay? If you need to go from your knees, that's great. If you want to make it harder, put your feet up on a chair. Okay, here we go, plank position. Staying at the top, 3, 2, 1, halfway. 3, 2, 1, bottom. 3, 2, 1, press. 3, 2, 1, half. 3, 2, 1, bottom. 3, 2, 1, press. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now straight into a down dog. Widen out your feet. Now this one, we're gonna try to touch our forehead to the ground. Here we go. Touch your forehead. Press up. 1, 2, 3. All right, and relax. All right, challenge of the day. Let's go 1 more round. Okay, we have time. Got 6 minutes. Took us about 3 minutes to do that last part. Okay, so 6 minutes. While we do this last one, I will go ahead and do your quote of the day. Okay, so let's go. I'll do it during the lateral hip dip. Okay, because you guys don't need me for that one. So let's get in our body saw. Body Seesaw position. Lock in. Here we go. Back. Forward. Up. 1. Good. Back. Forward. 2. Back. Forward. 3. Good. Keep it up. Up. 4. Good. Back. Forward. And 5. All right, lateral. Okay. I'm going to read you your quote today as we do these. You have 5 reps, switch sides. Okay, so get yourself set. Nice and high. Here we go. Down, up. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second, to be kind. And the third, to be kind. Mr. Rogers. You can't argue with Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right, lock in. Other side, down, up, down, up. Good. 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. All right, ISO push-up. Okay, and I'll do a story for you on during the ISO push-up. Okay, lock in. Here we go. So I'll tell you when to go halfway. Right now, we're just staying at the top. Okay, if it's good, we're at the top. If it's bad, we're at the bottom. And if it's just somewhere in between, it's in between. Okay, so my father-in-law bought a whole bunch of Klondike bars. That puts me in a good mood, so we stay at the top. Okay, then he eats 2 of them in one setting. That puts me all the way down because that's less for me to eat. Okay, but then I remembered he bought 2 boxes, so I went halfway back up. And then I found out that when I eat them, I get heavier. Oh, darn it. And we're doing push-ups, and that's hard. So that put me all the way down. But then I remembered that even though it makes me heavier, it makes me stronger, and that put me all the way back up. All right, guys. Whew, good job. Let's go into that down dog just to finish out our last little piece. Here we go. Right here. Let's go 3 of those down dog TP push-ups. 2. Last one. And 3. All right, relax. Nice work. So Thursday, okay, we're going to do a metabolic weight training. So make sure that you have some weights. Okay, I'm not going crazy. I got I think they're 15-pound dumbbells. That's more than enough for what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some jumping, moving around. So be aware, have some space. If you do it with somebody else, make sure that they're not too close to you. No punching each other in the face, nothing like that. We're not doing fight training, okay? Well, thanks for being here with me. That was fun. Looks like it's raining outside. So it's a good day to work out inside. Stay safe, all that good stuff. Please have a great rest of your day. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday. If you need anything, please let me know. Keep shooting me your ideas on different things to do in workouts. If you're out playing tennis, you know who you are. If you're out walking the dog, anything like that, and you want some tips or some tricks or some strength or whatever it might be, let me know. You can let me know in comments on these videos, or you can shoot me an email, an instant message, whatever it might be. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. It's going to be fun. Make sure you have weights, or if you want to do it body weight, we're going hard, so it's going to be awesome. Okay, I look forward to seeing you. Thanks again, and I'll leave you with our joke. What rock group has 4 men that do not sing? Well, it's Mount Rushmore, isn't it? It's a rock group of men. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I will see you soon. Try to stay dry if you go outside. Bye, everybody.